Most people perceive change as a threat, largely driven by a fear of the unknown. It's not surprising that we become comfortable with the status quo and fear that we may lose status or money or power and authority, friendships, job security, knowledge and so on, if the status quo is to be changed. It's worthwhile keeping in mind that we should try to focus our energy on the things that are within our control when we are part of a change. In a workplace context, employees may not be confident that they'll be able to learn new skills which might be required of them. They may not be confident that the changes proposed are in line with the organisation's goals. They may not trust the people leading and managing the change. Some leaders and managers or employees may also have a vested interest or some hidden agenda in keeping the status quo as it is, and this in the main has to do with organisational politics and power. So in times of change, focusing on those things that are within our control helps us feel more positive, proactive, and in charge of our own lives. There will always be things that happen to us that are by and large outside of our control. So finding ways to work through and integrate these changes will be important for our own long-term work-life balance and our health and well-being. All these kinds of issues need to be uncovered and factored in as much as possible and realistic to an organisation's change plan as the leadership team is developing it. Now, for many of us, particularly when faced with change that is imposed upon us, reactions can be very similar to those we may experience when we're grieving. However, there are ways that leaders and managers can build this into their organisation change plans. Some of these ways include ensuring that there is communication. Very important, a bit like in real estate where they say location. In organisation change, a lot of it comes down to communication. Other ways include employee consultation and participation in the process, building commitment through facilitation and support and negotiation between management, leadership and employees. Education and training is also very important. Developing positive relationships amongst people within an organisation. Building trust and respect, very important. Also making sure that the changes that are implemented fairly. Select people, if you have to bring new people into the organisation during a change, that are comfortable with change, they accept change. There are some other ways that are darker that can be used and at times may need to be used if there is a high level of resistance in an organisation or if there's a crisis that needs to be overcome immediately. And this is where other forms of change may need to be required, such as a level of manipulation or co-optation or coercion. These might be terms that you might be familiar with, or you might like to go away and just learn a bit more about these, along with the other ways that leaders can actually help people along with the change process.